Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to tell you about Valladolid and our last weekend that we spent on our bicycle tour across Yucatan. The tour pretty much followed the blue line on the map. Even without actively seeking out tourist attractions, such as the cathedral here, Valladolid is a city worth visiting. There's a beautiful atmosphere, and the Hotel San Clemente, where we stayed right in downtown, is very affordable. Access to the rooms is via a large yard that has a beautiful pool and a cafeteria. We had decided to stay for the whole weekend, so what were we gonna do with our time in Valladolid? Well, there are definitely ruins nearby, museums, other attractions. But as you may have noticed in other previous videos, we like our cenotes. We're staying in Valladolid for the whole weekend. We bought some tickets for a bus to Cancun. Yeah, that's for Monday morning. Well, actually Monday afternoon now, 12:55. But in the meantime, we're going to Cenote, and we got a bike lane here that hopefully gets us there. Barbara's waiting, so I don't want to make her wait too long. Cycling through city traffic had been so-so, but once you're on the bike lane, it's wonderful. We knew of 2 cenotes along this path, so which one were we gonna pick? So we arrived at the cenote, and we just realized that we've both been here before. It was 5 years ago when we were on a tour to Chichen Itza and Valladolid and the cenote. See, like when I turn around like this, you see the big bus parking lot. So tour buses come in here all the time and go, and this is a bigger cenote, but it should be fun just the same. I don't know if we have to wear life jackets here, I don't remember. We definitely have to wear the mask, and there's the hand sanitizer we have to use. Barb, do you remember the name of this?
I want to say it's like the tea pond. Now, you know my Spanish isn't that strong.
This is
we'll
not
look at the spelling
Spanish.
after.
And of course, the reason I asked Barb if she knew the name is because I can't remember it. The name of the cenote was Saamal, Cenote Saamal. We started out by taking a look from the outside.
Qué bonito el francés, ¿no?
This waterfall is artificial, but hey, it still adds to the atmosphere of the cenote, and when you're down there, you can go right under it. Well, before that, we still had to turn around and get changed and get those life jackets. So the admission to this cenote, it's in different stages. You kind of buy a package. The one we got is the basic one. It's 300 pesos each. But in this case, it's worth it because it actually includes a buffet. So that's kind of nice. The changing rooms, showers, toilets, lockers, everything at the cenote was immaculate. In no time we were changed and we had our life jackets on, which I wasn't too thrilled about. And we're on our way down into the big hole. Unfortunately, the life jacket is kind of restricting. It restricts you to experiencing the cenote from above the water. However, there's a whole different world down below. I'll get back to that later, but first let's check out the fake waterfall. There's Barbara. Hey, that's probably the most fun place to be in the whole cenote. And now let's go under and check out the enormous fish. Unfortunately, the life jacket makes it really hard to get down. See, some people brought their flippers, but I managed to get down there for like 2 seconds at a time. Barbara, meanwhile, was focused more above the water, looking for dragonflies that might land on her hand. About this cenote is that this buffet that we're eating right now, it's included in our price. So that's all you can eat. How much better does it get?
You know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we've had our meal. It was good. Now Barbara she's shopping. There's one store here with souvenirs, souvenir t-shirts, masks, Mayan style masks. It's really nice stuff, but for myself, I know that I'm not a big buyer for things like that. Before we go home, I'm probably gonna buy a couple of t-shirts and maybe a hat or a cap like this, or some stuff that I actually need, that I'm actually going to wear at home.
By the time we got back to our hotel, it was time for supper, and we treated ourselves to a delicious pizza at the Domino's Pizza next door. The next day was Sunday, and we had decided to stay in town and do some shopping, enjoy the day. I'm definitely not a big shopper, but because of the way I look, I guess, I always get targeted by vendors.
Oh, es bonito, pero falta dinero.
It's only in the evening that Valladolid downtown really becomes magic, and the crowds actually add to the atmosphere.
We're just on the hunt for a good supper here. That's what we're doing here. Well, in Mexico, we don't hardly ever cook for ourselves because we don't have the facilities at the hotel. But usually, excellent food is very affordable. That can change in a tourist destination, and a tourist destination is where we're at. But even there, sometimes we hit the jackpot. Like this little, it's kind of like a market or like a food court, I should say, that we've been at for several times now. It's got good deals and they feed us well. Valladolid, walking through town, there are lots of restaurants. There we saw Italian restaurant, we saw sushi restaurant, we saw cafeteria, everything. But when you look at their menu, it's not cheap. And usually when these places are fancy, the portions are small, so we didn't go for that.
Yeah, usually with food I get so much that George has to eat it all. Now I get food and it's look at it and I go, where's the food?
Anyways, food is coming. We don't have to starve.
So this is where we are. Very popular food court in the center of Valladolid. We ate here probably 4 times. Well, then the next morning we were due for a change, so we picked a little restaurant. Surprisingly, we were the only ones there.
We're at a pretty cool restaurant, and this is our last breakfast in Valladolid. So we didn't want to go to the same place there where we've been like how many times now? 3-4 times already. And this place is a little bit more expensive, but it's quiet here. This is a nice place with paintings on the wall, and
It is.
so we're gonna enjoy this.
So to be perfectly honest, the food was okay, but we could have saved a lot of money and had equally good food at this food court. You're paying for the decoration and the ambience. That's pretty much it. Afterwards, the bus station.
Yeah, we're at the bus station, and for me the bus is always the most nerve-wracking thing because we got to make sure all our stuff stays together and gets on the bus. And then when we get off in Cancun, there's like people shoving around us and we have to grab our bags, our bikes, and put everything back together. To me, that's harder than a day of cycling. But a day of cycling wouldn't get us to Cancun. That's 180 kilometers, give or take, so it's a lot.
We would have been perfectly happy waiting with our stuff at the platform, but... Oh no!
No. Oh no! What?
So we've been asked to wait in the Sala de Espera, the waiting hall. But the problem is our bikes and all our stuff is out there, so let's stand here and keep an eye on everything, just in case. I think it's pretty safe here, but you just never know, right? Oh man, we're on the bus. We got a COVID shield between us. But we're seat number 7 and 8. This was possible because we bought our tickets on Saturday. And
this shall be it for this video. We enjoyed another 5 days in Cancun and had dental work done, and then we flew back to Canada. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please give it a thumbs up. There are more videos in this playlist on the screen right now if you're interested in bicycle touring in Yucatan, which we can highly recommend. All the best!